boom.
That bar.
I didn't know live. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
It is a big year indeed, Nat, and we're going to have an interesting night together. We've got a lot of great names, we've got a lot of quality young guys coming through, and
Yeah, enough of that. Alright. So, as some of you might know or might have guessed, I got the most votes as the captain, so get the honour of choosing first this year in the draft.
It is a small honour, you would say, but to start an underdog means that you're the underdog.
Yeah, good comment. Alright, well, let's kick things off with number one draft pick for this year's
The number
SFL.
one draft pick.
Huge moment.
Big
Huge
always
moment for the
big.
lad as well. Big, massive for his confidence, which has obviously been down from time to time. It's none other than number 1E, Elliot Daniels, number one draft pick.
Number one, I guess. So I took some time of mulling over the list that we have put together by the AFL's,
SFL's
the SFL's
CEO.
main man. But look, I've come down to my number one. He's a violent man. So that's my number one pick for the year.
Alright, and moving on through, second in line, we have a good tough midfielder here. Plenty of tackles, looking forward to seeing this year. Caleb Shaw. So you can cross him off.
Straight off my list. Right, yes, well, I was thinking a little bit about the type of player I wanted playing alongside me, and I just thought that a man like Benji Luke coming in at number 2,
Really?
his spring, his overhead mark, I quite admire it, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of it this year.
Yeah, very, very unexpected. Good work.
So you can cross that one off your list.
Yeah, I already had. Okay, so my number 3 here, we're going to go with Jacob Shaw. Sticking with the Shaw name here. Plenty of tackles, good midfielders, building that midfield core. So Jacob Shaw, welcome to the team.
Yeah, a lot of Shaws. A few questions as to how that would come about, as Shaw blood is quite strong in the footballing side of things. What number are we up to? 3. Look, this man, he wouldn't go, past my picks in any way. The squirrel himself, Daryl Petit, looking forward to seeing you build a few goals from that forward pocket, mate. Expecting a bag of 6 per game.
Daryl Petit, expecting to see his name shortly. What do we got here? Just have a quick look at the rankings, just to make sure I'm... Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, so look, my number 4 is going to go to the big man, Will Do Bruzel. Solid hit-outs in the ruck. And looking forward to him dominating that position.
Right. Where are we? Speaking of the Roozles, I'm going to pick none other than Jonah Duperoozle himself. I'm looking forward to that solid tackle and that presence over the football, that loud, that well-projected voice.
Which we all know so well.
Keep doing it, son.
Alright. That brings me to the Rock down back there. Surely taking kick-outs for the year.
Alright, he's a young up-and-comer. Last year, I think from memory, he received the Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year? Okay.
Played a great season, played particularly well in the grand final.
Yeah, righto.
And I'm looking forward to seeing him grow and kick a few goals. The man I'm speaking of, Harry Bailey.
Man? Would you?
Well,
He's
look,
a lad. He's
I
growing.
look at it as he's
growing
coming
lad.
up through those ranks, and considering his form last year,
Yeah, we'll call him a man. We'll call him a man.
man, it is.
I'll cross that off.
Man, Harry Bailey, man.
Who's actually not top of the draft picks, but top of the alphabetical order. So that's going to
An
mean something
easy
for him.
pick.
He's a yeah. All right. So quality player hasn't really been unearthed in these games yet, I feel, but I've seen a lot of potential around the track, and
I feel as though he adds a little bit of comedic flavour to the side.
That's more the point. He's there for the halftime speeches and whatnot.
Yes. Right, where are we?
My phone's just not on silent.
Right. Look, I know the lad particularly well, but again, another young up-and-coming player that I've chosen in the side this year.
Yep.
None other than Lachlan Hill.
Lachlan
Hill.
Yeah, okay. Very interesting call. Seen some good things from him. I'll just cross him off the list.
Right.
Alright, so we're really sort of cruising along here and getting to the guts of the players here. Yeah, this is where it starts getting tough. Look, I think I'm going to go with young Micah Rasingatali. I've seen some serious dash, some pace, and if he's anything like his brother, he can seriously hurt people in tackles, which is good to see. So Micah Rasingatali.
Look, I noticed earlier that you picked a young Nichols lad who plays particularly well out of the back line. I know that there is a fair bit of competitive
spirit
within him, and that draws me to the idea of separating the two, because we know of the younger brother whose his form particularly is really showing to be quite influential in the forward line.
Yeah, I've noticed that a little bit.
And I think it would work well to split the two and really see that competitive
a potential
spirit.
matchup, you're saying?
Potentially.
Luke versus
potentially.
Joseph.
It could be big.
Could be blood. There could be blood there. I'm all for it.
So then I'm going to take that pick on board, Joseph Nichols.
Joseph Nichols, okay. Alright, so...
Right.
Now my number 5 here, I mean, what are we up to? Well past that, 8 or something? Look, it is tough. It's quite a few good players left. I might go for someone who's a little bit lesser known, but I believe he's going to make quite a big impact this year. He's Caleb Edgecombe. I'm looking forward to a bit of pace coming off him. So Caleb Edgecombe's on board.
I've not been crossing it off my list off.
Oh, yep.
Let me catch up for a second here.
No worries.
Football ones?
No.
Look, I know that the young man is a particularly good ruckman in the Hills Football League. And this year he's actually the Bridgewater Football Club, Will Hyman. I'm looking forward to seeing some of that work in the middle of the ground this year.
That work ethic. Yeah,
Bridgewater, good, solid. Raiders work ethic.
Yeah, it is definitely part of our...
Training, they're there.
Yeah. No. Alright, interesting call.
Presentation night.
He'll be there.
They'll be there.
Yeah, he's one of those blokes, which is good to see. Look, I'm gonna lock in a young player that I've been mighty impressed with lately. He goes by the name of Darcy Joseph, and some say he's in his brother's shadow, but I believe he's really starting to spread his wings, so I'm going to lock him in.
You would know I mean, from your early days, you would know that feeling of that particular feeling you've expressed. What was it? Sorry.
Being in the shadow of my brother.
Yes, I thought
Not so much maybe.
given
but yeah.
your experience, you might be able to expand on that feeling.
It's not exactly the same for me, I guess, without wanting to go into too much detail, but yeah, certainly a very different situation.
It's horrible. So you have sorry. Had you made your pick?
Yeah, yep. Darcy Joseph.
Darcy Joseph. I'll just cross that one off. Right.
You've been doing nothing.
Right, so look, it really comes down to crunching through these names here, and I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with the experience, a nimble player.
Yeah.
Always one to, really get behind, show that leadership. Jason Gore.
Oh, he was up there on my list as well. That's a good pick there. He flies under the radar a little bit, but on game day, it's certainly
I think it's
story.
it's the pivotal moments in the game.
Yeah,
you see the man's
it's
flair.
the experience. It's all experience.
It is experience.
All right, moving on. I think I'm gonna next snag myself Daniel King, who
I heard he comes from more of a basketball background. He had he had a fair shot at becoming quite.
Yeah, he was
prominent.
He was playing a bit of college basketball, I believe.
Yeah.
Heritage college basketball. But yeah, it's no, he's definitely made the transition to the.
Right. In that case, then I won't be making that selection. What have we got here? Yes, they have that Italian spirit.
Ooh.
The Italian stallion. Look, this man is just committed. He gets in there and he gets the footy, and I like that. I like that in a player. So, as part of the Port Adelaide Southern
Team,
I
keep going.
I have chosen Michael Tretola.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, very good pick. I'm gonna back that one up with picking Jamin Tretola. Who
Again, it's interesting that we are dividing
we're
blood.
splitting the brothers.
We're splitting
the brothers.
blood here.
Yeah.
I think the competitive flair that'll come from that will be quite intense.
Yeah, potentially. Thanks for that comment. That brings it back to your just iron it off.
And I think, I like that. I enjoy that. So for that reason, I think, and for none other reason,
Flavour,
other than flavour and just general larrikindness,
yes.
I'm going to go with Thomas Luke.
Thomas Luke, very handy player to pick.
Quite flavourful.
Look, I'm going to go with someone now who I don't actually know, but I've heard the name spoken about a lot. It's James McLean. I believe he did a lot of grassroots vortex throwing, and that tends to help with your footy, similar shape.
Is he an American recruit?
Yeah, he's American. Actually, yeah. Yep, that's what that was. NFL. Yeah, so he's on board the team.
American recruit, very interesting. Right, cross that off. Where am I? McLean M. Right, look, the man has flair. He has flair. At times, I've seen the man wear a mitt.
Ooh, unforgivable.
It is. But onwards and upwards. And this man is upwards. He's tall, and he's a particularly tall.
Doesn't he?
He always comes through with the goods.
Very muchly. So,
Is someone writing these down?
yeah, okay, great. I was starting to think that.
Crossing dudes off.
Look, I'm going to stick with the theme that I've been going with for a fair while and pick up a young goal sneak in Harry Shaw and sticking with that Shaw theme. So,
It is.
sorry
Right,
if you had him penned in as one of
I
your
saw
picks.
him play earlier this year.
Yeah, it is one of our roles to scout the local leagues.
Kicked a good goal.
Yeah, he did
Kicked
actually.
a great
I do
goal.
remember that goal.
Right. I think I'm going to pick Elliot Wigzell.
Okay, yeah. Good idea. Why do you pick?
He's quite tall,
Yeah, he's got a good grab on him.
got a good grab, and I think I'm looking for players that just have that general presence on the ground. The ability to take an opponent,
Bit of mongrel.
to really crush him, you know.
Yeah.
So I think he'll fit in quite well.
Now, are you aware of whether there's a relation between Cameron and Elliot Wigzell?
There is
Let's
brothers.
say they're brothers. Let's say they are.
They are.
They are.
So
Okay,
what do we
we'll
generally
split the
tend
brothers.
to do?
Let's split the brothers.
I think that's a
Cameron
good
Wigzell,
idea.
you're on board.
Cameron Wigzell. I know in his early days he played soccer with some of my brothers there.
Okay, yeah.
Quite a good soccer player in his early days.
Hopefully he.
I think that might come out in his football.
Yeah. No worries.
Right, where are we? Look, you can't go past this bloke. I think last year he kicked some critical goals, and he'll swing and he'll wind and he'll blow the house down. This man is a quality small forward. AP.
AP.
Pizza. A Puma.
Apion. Aaron Pitcher.
The man himself.
I did have
I'm
him
looking
penciled
forward
in.
to
I did
seeing
have
a
him
couple
penciled
of
in.
goals kicked by that man.
He was up
Couple
there
of
on
goals.
my picks actually.
Nichols is gone, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
He's
gone. Look, I'm going to go along your theme of the presence. I'm going to go with one of the more foreboding presences out on the field. He hits pretty hard, hits big. Going to be locking in James Hyman.
Oh yes, yes, he will take some blokes out.
So sort of guaranteed my health and safety there.
You'll need that guarantee, mate. You need it. Right. I know that this bloke particularly likes to front on hit.
Yep.
The front on hit. It's
Favourite
a
move.
typical Eastern sort of area sport.
Yeah, okay.
They tend to
Throw the
take
ball?
a step and
They
toss
throw the ball.
the ball.
Okay, yeah.
We're working with him, and he's come a long way.
Okay.
But he tackles particularly well. I'm picking Jack Johns.
JJ. Thought he would be
JJ.
coming up very soon.
Jackie Johns.
Yeah, look, along a similar vein there, I'm going to pick up Lockie Joseph. Not splitting the brothers here. I feel like they'll work well together. Good combination there. Potentially a bit of a run through the midfield. A lot of work up forward. Maybe some down back and on the wings. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, look, I think it has to be done. We have
Some players left.
and one of those players that I would like to make the pick is Braden Luke.
Yeah, great pick. Again, this is a really quite a stacked stacked side here. Both sides have got some real quality players. It runs
Real
really
quality.
deep. All of these players I've had penciled in somewhere along the line and missed a few, which is upsetting, but that's the nature of life. Look, one who's seemed to slip under the radar a bit here. He's another goal sneak, good player, is Jordan Richards. So I'll pick him up.
You know, it needs to happen here. Again.
Are we talking the split?
The split.
The split.
I can't
It's
see
inevitable.
any other way to work around this but to select Shem Richards
Shem.
for my side.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have a competitive spirit within each other and they
Not unlike the Nichols boys. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, good call.
A lot of hitting.
Alright, another bloke who can really take a grab, who will be next on my team, is Than Hall. Great name, Nathaniel, so I'll pick him up. Right, we've got a few left here.
I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to once again choose a young up and coming player.
Yeah.
Who he'll kick a goal. He might
He'll
even
do it
work
all.
his way into the midfield. I'm thinking this year, perhaps
Big
even
year
on
for
the
him.
wing a little.
Yeah.
The player I'm speaking of is Big Mackie D, Jay McGeorge.
Yeah, often gets called Mackie
He
D.
does.
Yeah.
It's his new nickname.
No one
On
really
my
knows
behalf.
why. Mackie D. He finds his home. So look, we're getting really close to the end
Jesse
here.
Ryan of the Fremantle Football Club.
They all do it, don't they?
It is a thing.
So here we've got look, I'm gonna pick Amos Daniels. Haven't seen him play. I know he's very competitive in a lot of sports. He's quite a physically a good looking specimen, and I think he should play pretty well.
You've got to take into account the bloodline there.
Oh, it's massive.
You're
Number one draft pick.
You're number one.
Yeah,
Number one.
E. Number one.
Number 1E, and Elliot is an amazing player.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's passed down some of those skills and talents.
We
and
digressed
knowledge.
a little there from Amos.
Yeah.
And I apologise for that. But
Can be overwhelming.
it is overwhelming sometimes. Just thinking about, can I say the name?
Yeah, put it up there. Number one. Number 1E. Simple as that. Alright, moving on.
Right, so my pick. Look, I don't know a lot about the lad, but I think I'm looking forward to seeing his flavour.
Mm.
The man I'm speaking of, you would know.
Yeah, I can sense where this is going. Is it are we talking of one Lockie Beecham?
It is
Yeah.
Lachlan
Look,
Beecham.
I knew he was coming up.
I mean, it's the same. We're on the same page here.
Quite literally.
Right.
Yeah, look, and that brings us to another one of these special moments
Oh,
where
how could we
it's
end
inevitable to happen. We're going to have to split another duo of incredible football players. One of them new to the game, one
Right,
of them
new.
a veteran, seasoned veteran, many a vote over the years.
Does tend to get knocked out quite a lot.
He does. He cops a few head knocks.
It's alright.
Look, it's partially that, partially the thought of the unknown, which brings me to select Ryan Dodson as my next pick.
Ryan Dodson. Well, I guess that leaves me with none other than I think I'm happy with the way this has turned for me in my favour here.
Between the brothers.
Between the brothers.
Okay. So, I guess cop that, Ryan. There's no other way But you were picked first.
In terms of height,
Yeah, he's got it.
you know, in
Yeah.
terms of his
Yeah,
height,
yeah.
I think I'll climb that.
No, good one.
Mitchell Dodson, looking forward to having that strong mark and that run through the centre and a couple of goals.
All right, so that brings us to what looks like the end of the picks there. Is there anyone you got left?
Sorry.
No. I think I'm. Oh no, what do we got? 2 left.
2 left.
Oh,
yeah, sorry.
So-
Luke Steele.
and Sam Ryan.
Steele.
Luke Steele and Sam Ryan. I don't really mind. Do you want them both or?
Oh, I don't think we can. I think John.
Should we
will
split
probably-
them? For the numbers.
for
Well,
the
I really
numbers.
don't care.
Well, I think in terms
It's not a
of
huge impact, I guess. I mean, we're being fair here. We're being honest.
Look, I didn't expect it to come down to probably one of the more controversial moments of the draft to be the last selection.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. I feel like a little bit as though, considering you have been choosing first, that the responsibility does fall on you to make a choice. I mean, I think you have to think of it logically. Look, no matter what, you're at a huge loss. A huge loss.
In what?
In selecting one of these.
Right, yeah. I mean, I guess it's more about selecting the lesser liability.
Yeah.
Look, the only thing guiding this choice is I had a brief look at Luke Steele's medical and it wasn't flash. So I think I'm going to lock in Sam Ryan.
Sam Ryan. So it's
yeah.
interesting there because I think we've often been separating the brothers,
Yeah.
but it seems that you feel some sort of connection.
Guilt.
Protective.
Yeah. Guilt. Supportive. I guess.
Of
all
course.
Of those sort of
so you
feelings.
will keep the eye out.
He'll be on the field from time to time. I mean,
Okay.
somebody's got to be on the bench, during periods of the game. But he'll certainly have a run this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing him out there.
Yeah. Look, I guess that does leave me with Luke. Steele.
Yeah.
The old salt himself.
The old salt, the old relic.
A little bit of that flavour on the side.
Look, and he might just turn out to freshen up and.
Look, I think we'll bring a lot of strapping tape. And as long as it sticks, I think
rain might be your biggest enemy.
it could be because that does wreak havoc on the tape.
Yeah, on the tape.
Particularly with the shoulders.
Both shoulders.
Both shoulders. The knees.
We might have to get Jamesy Hyman to have a bit of a look at Luke during the game as far as a bit of body contact.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So that brings us to the end. It's been great.
It has been great.
I guess this is the closest and most friendly we'll become throughout the next year, and that's sort of where it ends. So from here on out, welcome everyone to my team, and bad luck everyone on Jesse's team. We look forward to seeing you all round 1 on Monday the 29th of May.
7:10.
7:10, the usual time at Theberton Oval. And you can, if you haven't been taking notes, some of you may not have been, you can see all the final teams at the SFL website.